How's it going, everybody? Really do apologize for the shitty camera quality. Um, I do plan on going out and eventually get me another camera, uh, one that's much more clear and everything. So, but uh, without further ado, let's get into this whole thing that everybody's talking about. This whole Kylie Jenner commercial that just recently got pulled. It was a Kylie Jenner Pepsi commercial, and seeing pretty much two sides of the spectrum. It's two different sides. So, and I've been kind of looking at different reactions of it, been kind of scrolling through the comments. I watched the commercial a couple of times myself, just kind of analyze and figure out what the big deal was about it. And, and on one side you got people going like, "Oh, well, this is a really horrible commercial. This is really bad," and people are saying it's done in poor taste. The thing about the commercial, oh yeah, and also, and then on the other side, we got people that are going like, well, I don't see what the big deal is. It's just a commercial. I don't see anything wrong with it. Just all sorts of things. Sorry, I was checking to see if my window was open. But yeah, so I mean, you have these two different sides pretty much. Uh, Now, I try to be really fair when I'm assessing, certain situations. When I look over stuff, I don't want to be that one guy that everybody, points and goes like, "Oh man, look, he's racist," or he's racist, or he's always hollering racist, racism, racism, like boy cried wolf. But the thing is, I guess when you look down at the commercial, because the way it starts out is she's in front of a building. She's doing like I guess a beauty photo shoot and everything like that. And then she looks outside. She sees a protest going on. She wipes off her lipstick, snatches her wig off, hands it to a black woman, which I didn't even realize that was a black woman until like the second time I watched it. Because first time I really didn't pay attention to it all like that. The second time I was like, oh shit, that is a black woman. Oh my god. But then she goes out. They're all drinking Pepsi and having a good time and everything. And then she goes and hands it to the police officer. Um, in which the police officer takes the Pepsi and drinks it, and then everyone in the crowd just starts cheering and they're holding up signs that say peace and love and join the conversation, which they're not trying to. I mean, they're not really mentioning what the protest is about, but they're being really implicit about it. They're really implying. Now, the way I feel about this is, I personally don't. Uh, I Part of me doesn't really give a shit about this, but you're not gonna hear me out here ranting and going crazy or getting pissed off about the commercial. And it is just a commercial, but I think a lot of people who are coming out and saying it's not what it is, or it's not what people are putting it out to be. I mean, look at the commercial. Kind of is. First of all, the production quality looks pristine. It looks crisp. The complete opposite of this video. Uh, but also, they try to make it look like it's a celebration, which I understand what Pepsi's trying to do. I mean, their heart is in the right place, but at the end of the day, I think the people who are saying that I don't see anything wrong with this commercial, we got to look at the fact too that this is still a company and they're still trying to sell a product. I'm sorry, I got a bit of a cold right now. I'm trying to come down from it. But I think a lot of people who are saying that, they're not looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this is still a company trying to sell a product. And I think this was the wrong way to go about it. I think this is a protest is protests have been going on for decades upon decades, and this company is going to take something that is really significant in history, something that's really big. And then for those who are even saying that, I dare you to go back and look at all the different protests that we've had over history. There's nothing clean or pristine about any of these protests. And then there's not a company in there that's going in there, trying to insert their product real quick. This reminds me of when I can't remember who. I think it was Trayvon. All the rappers, they all got together and they made a song about shit. I can't remember which. I think it was Trayvon Martin or it was Mike Brown. It was one of the two. And then I was with the song for a while. I was like, okay, this is a nice song. This is cool. And then P Diddy pops in, and then he goes like, "Yeah, give them." They gave him shots like vodka, and I'm like, "Are you?" Or they gave him shots like Ciroc or something like that. And I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, you're P Diddy vodka. You're trying to promote vodka, and this dude just got killed, and you're supposed to, make a song out of good intention." So I mean, I think that's kind of the same thing that's going on here. It's a good intention, but I feel like it it should have been a different. I just feel like the commercial was in poor taste because the whole time I was watching it, I was kind of laughing a little bit. I was like, they did not do what I think they just did. That wow. But I just think like yeah, I think it was done in poor taste. I feel like the whole the whole protest angle. After the fact, you got Kylie Jenner doing like a beauty photo shoot out in the middle of what building? I have no idea. And it was a random scene. It's just the commercial's messy, and I see why they pulled it. And then to top it all off too, um, actually, I think if you're gonna go back on that to make matters worse to add salt to the wounds. Pepsi came out and Pepsi was attacked by this on social media. A good amount of you probably already know this, but they were attacked on social media, and then their response to this whole thing was, "Well, we're not pulling the commercial because we don't see an issue with it." And it's like, yeah, you just made something that was really serious, like really light, and then you try to take it and turn it into like a party with everybody, hanging around, and Kylie, going around, fist bumping black dude, and trying to make it like everything's all cool. And I don't want people to get this, misconstrued. Like I'm looking at this like it's a racist thing. I'm actually sitting here analyzing the situation. I kind of agree. I think the video, I think the commercial is a little offensive. Um, this is a very offensive commercial, and um, I'm glad Pepsi at least came out and did apologize for it. I mean, granted, it felt a little half-assed because they did it right after they got attacked for their first comment about, "Oh, we're not playing the commercial. We don't see anything wrong with it." But then, they're gonna renege on everything they said, come back and say, "Oh, well, yeah, we're really sorry. We really did this in poor taste." I think that actually made it a lot worse. That you tried to defend it, and then you're going to come back after you got attacked and go like, "Oh, well, sorry, we did it in poor taste." Um, I think I think it's just it was not a very good look on their company. It definitely wasn't a very good look on Kylie Jenner's case. Um, and I mean, even though I don't, I'm not going to defend, her right off because I don't. Be honest with you, I don't watch the. I guess the Jenners and the Kardashians are one big fam. I don't know. I don't keep up with the shit. I don't watch any of the shows. I don't even give them. I don't even give the uh, the Kardashians or the Jenners or whoever's, an ounce of my time. I just don't care. Um, which that bothers me anyway about people talking about, well, you know, I really hate the Kardashians, but you're going to give them the time of day to sit down and watch, a reality TV show about rich people drama, something that you can never relate to, and then you're going to you're in a sense helping them because you're giving them your views, and you're giving them the fact that you do care about what they're talking about. So obviously, if you say, "Well, I don't care about the Kardashians and all that stuff," and you watch their shows, you're basically showing that you do care about it, and you are helping them out. And that's just I mean, that's to neither here or there, but I digress. Uh, yeah, as far as this commercial though, yeah, I will retract what I won't retract, but I mean, I'll go back over what I said again. I mean, it's an offensive commercial, in so many ways that uh, I just think it was done in poor taste. Um, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here, I know, but I don't feel like I don't think anybody knew that it was going to be offensive, or I don't think anyone had anyone in there to tell them like, "Hey, you guys, we can't release this. This is offensive. Like, are y'all serious?" I don't think they had any. I don't think they had anybody with a second opinion. Um, and I think, you know, Kylie Jenner, I'm pretty sure the girl's rich. She's got a lot of money. She's really young. I think she's like in her early 20s or something like that. But I'm pretty sure she looked at it like, okay, this is an opportunity. And she kind of looked at it with the fact that this was a way for her to like make more money, and this was like, and I think at the same time too, she looked at it like, oh, this is a good time to to get our message out, uh to do my part, and what's been going on lately with the protests and all that stuff, with the Donald Trump protests and the cops protests and all this stuff. I think she was looking at it like, I think she had a good intention, just like Pepsi had a good intention, but the execution was piss poor. It was probably, I think I don't know if it's one of the worst commercials I've ever seen. I'd have to go back through my memory file and find out which and try to compare this with like some of the worst I've seen. But yeah, this one's really tasteless. This is a very tasteless commercial. No pun intended. But yeah, this is a really tasteless commercial. Um, I just felt like a lot of people, um, yeah, it apparently stirred a lot of people to elicit this type of response. So obviously, like, people need to. A lot of people. I really want to say this. I really want to say this to the people who are overreacting on this commercial. I kind of agree with some people. It's just a commercial, man. Like I seen it, and I was like, okay, all right, I see what's going on here. And then I think the more I watched it, I started picking up more stuff. I think it was the first time I kind of picked up a little bit of things, being strung along a bit. And then when I watched it again, I was like, okay, I see why a lot of people are upset about this commercial. I really see it now. I kind of saw it the first time, but I really see it now. But I don't think it's that serious. Pepsi did pull the commercial. Um, and I only think they did it because of all the responses they got afterwards. Um, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have to say about this commercial. Um, And again, those people who are saying this is not, there's nothing offensive about this commercial. Again, I dare you to look back at a lot of the riots and then look at this commercial again. Look at the riots, look at the protests, everything. I just think they glam this up to look like a lighthearted thing. And when you look at protests, protests aren't, very light. I mean, look at the Donald Trump protests. That is a prime example of of a protest. Because a protest in any place, period. Don't even look at it. Don't even, you know what? Actually, don't even just limit it to America protests. Look at the protests in other countries. Um, when they're trying to dethrone uh, corrupt politics, corrupt politicians and dictators, whoever in other countries. You got to look at it like that too. You got to look at it like a lot of these. Damn, I lost my train of thought now. But you got to look at it like a lot of these people, like they have opinions, they have a big voice. This is a very powerful thing that they're doing for the sake of their country, and they're trying to get other people to look at this too. Like, hey, join in. You have a voice too. And then for Pepsi to just take it and water it down to a commercial where they're trying to sell a product, that's not cool, man. It's not. And that's pretty much my bitching and ranting. I went on for 16 minutes. Damn, I didn't realize that. So, all right, should be it for this video. I'll be posting more, and I will see y'all next time.